Well, hey crafty friends, my name is Heidi Scott, and on this video I am excited to introduce you to Magnolia Design Company's new tassel maker tool. I'm going to show you how to use it. It's very easy and you can make a variety of different kinds of tassels. And then I'm going to show you how to make these precious little angel tassel Christmas tree ornaments. So it should be really fun. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. This is brand spanking new. It's an improvement on the device that they had before in that it's easier to get your tassel off of it. This is how it's gonna come in a little package. There's gonna be instructions, and you're going to get this. This is what it looks like. Looks like a picture frame, sort of. It's got these two little knobs that you're going to want to untwist, and this allows you to adjust the size of the tassel that you'll be making. And then I'm going to pull this out for these angels. As long as it will go, I'll tell you all the measurements and everything. And I'm going to tighten these little screws back up. Okay, so this is what you're gonna have. Now, there's two ways to do tassels on this. The official way that is described in this tutorial, with it extended this far, makes a tassel about this size. And keep in mind, this yarn here that I used was kind of chunky, but it is about 2.5, almost 3 inches, okay? The other way I'm gonna show you makes a tassel that is about this size, which is roughly 5 or maybe a little bit longer than 5 inches, okay? So you can use all kinds of different things with this tassel maker tool. You can use all different yarns. You could use twine. You can use that butcher's twine. But for today, we're going to use yarn. And I am going to do my angels in cream because that's the color. Those are the colors that I like. So both of these yarns came from Walmart. Neither one of them were expensive at all. The first thing you want to do, if you're going to do the tassel the way that it was designed to do, is you're going to want to take a piece of your yarn and make it 2 times the length from here to here. Okay, where are my scissors? Here they are. They're hiding. This is going to go around the center, all right? And then I have found that it is easier to work on this from the back. And I've been fiddling with this fancy little gadget that's so fun for a while. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck one end of my yarn just right here. I'll show you up close. That will help keep it out of my way. And let's pull out a bunch. And I personally like my tassels pretty fat. So for this style, I'm gonna go between 20 to 30 times around it. The other style, the longer one, I have found that 40 times around with this kind of yarn works. So I'm just taking it and I'm just gonna wrap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and you might notice I'm not pulling super tight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's 20 times. I think I'll go 10 times more. It's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, So I have gone 30 times around it, and I'm gonna just cut this tail long right there, okay? And then I'm gonna lay this down on my desk like this. And where is that piece? Here's that piece of yarn that was twice the length of my tassel tool. So it's, I guess this one's about 12 inches long. I am just going to take it through the center. I'll hold this up in just a second and show you. And I'm going to tie a tight knot right here. It's roughly the center. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to want to trim your tassel up anyways. Okay. So the issue with the other gadget was that it could sometimes be hard to get your scissors in there to cut the tassel or to get it off. And this new improved one, you might notice it has this groove on both ends. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not cutting the piece that is going to hold the whole thing together. And I'm just going to put my scissors, works great with these awesome scissors from Magnolia, in that side. And then I will do this side. Okay. And this is what you're going to get. It doesn't look like a tassel yet. So what I'm going to do is just pull this kind of tight. You can see this is a pretty chubby tassel. Let's cut that off. All right, and then I need another piece of yarn or whatever you're using. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I'm going to lay this underneath my tassel. And I'm going to lay my tassel over the top. I'll just kind of smooth it out just a little bit. I'll lay it right here. And I am going to tie a knot. And you can tie this as high or as low, whatever your personal preference is for tassels. And I'm going to tie a knot, and I'll hold it up and show it for you. And then next up, we're going to do the angel one. Snip this one little piece right here. So then my two long tails, you're going to wrap them different directions around your tassel. It's easy if you can just kind of hold all of this part down. So this one I'll go this way. 3, 4, 5 times. This one I'm going to go the other direction. And then I'm going to tie a knot. And here is the start of my little tassel, which is so cute. And I'm just going to snip my ties off. And then you can give your little tassel a haircut. So let me do that over my garbage can right here. And you're going to fiddle around with that until you get what you like. So just to repeat, this was 30 times around with this kind of yarn, which I would say is a thinner kind of yarn. And it's very similar to this one, which these two were done using the instructions that come with the Tassel Maker tool. Okay, I'm kind of a rebel. Well, no, I'm really not. I'm pretty tame. But I'm going to show you what I figured out is a way to make a longer tassel. So we're going to start out and do the same basic thing here. Cut a piece of yarn that's roughly 2 times the length from here to here and set that aside. And then I'm going to pull a bunch of yarn out. This time I'm going to go 40 times around because it's not doubled over, if that makes any sense. Okay, and it's just easier to tuck one of the ends under the back side. It keeps it out of your way. Can you see what I'm talking about? Now I want to go around 40 times. Almost there. 38, 39, 40. Okay, and hopefully you're noticing that I have it pretty much in the center of this little gadget. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece right here that we cut off earlier, and I'm going to be scooching it in between the front and the back. So let me do that and then I'll show you. Okay, so I just put this piece in between the front and the back of my started tassel. And then I'm going to scooch it up here to the very top until it slips into this little crease right here that is meant for scissors. Okay, and I'm going to tie a knot. It's going to be hard to tie a super tight knot, so I'll show you what my solution is for that. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to use this handy dandy little crease at the bottom. Let's cut off these long tails first. And I'm going to put my scissors in that. And I cut that off. Okay, so I'm showing you right now how to make one of these sweet, I think it's pretty darn sweet, angel tassel ornaments. They could also go on a knob. They could be on a gift package. There's tons of different things that you could do with them. And just because I'm the beige queen, the queen of cream, doesn't mean that you have to be. You can use whatever color yarn, whatever color ribbon makes you happy. Okay, so now I want to make a tassel, and I'm just going to kind of pull my pieces down, and I'm going to take one of the tails from the top, and I'm going to go around my tassel one more time and tie a tighter knot. Just to make that really tight, so none of this yarn is going to slip. Okay. So it's a little bit tighter. And then we're just going to basically figure out how to smooth this out. And I'm going to take a piece, another piece of yarn, 12, 15 inches, something like that. And I will, let's cut off these long bits right now. Okay, I will lay my yarn out, and I'm going to take my little angel body and lay it over the top. And I'm going to tie a knot. And do that really tight as I can. Okay. And now I'm going to wrap these long tails around the body a couple of times, going different directions. And then I'm going to tie another knot. What do you guys think? This is so easy. And of course you can go all out if you want and put arms, put hair on your angels. This is just a very simple version because my focus here today is really more to show you how to use the tassel maker tool. Okay, here is our angel's body. And this was 30 times around this handy dandy little tassel maker tool. All right, then I need a head for our angel, and I have found, let's see, let's do gold. I have found that it's hard to get yarn through the hole on a bead. The easier thing is just to use a pipe cleaner, which we're gonna be using that anyways, and put my yarn through the pipe cleaner. And then I'm using this like a big old needle to thread through my little angel's head and to pull that yarn on. Did you see how I did that? Super easy. And then I'm just gonna tie a knot at the top. That is not gonna keep the head on because these particular big wood beads have kind of a big hole, but we'll fill this in with some glue in just a minute. Okay, now I'm going to take half of one of these pipe cleaners. You can use silver or gold or white or whatever. And I'm going to form a circle and twist my little tails around. See what I've got there? And then I'm going to bend it. Okay, and then I am going to put the top through my little halo. And let's see, which side do we want to have be the front? Right there. And I'm going to poke this into the hole on my angel's head. See, I just poked it in there. And then I am just going to use my hot gluing device to push a little bit of hot glue into the hole to keep everything there. Let's pull off the glue strings. Then I'll just bend my angel's halo just a little bit. That's kind of big, but we're gonna leave it. Okay, so then the next thing is, do you want her to have a little belt like this one? If you do, then you can just use a little piece of lace. I am pretty sure that this lace may have come from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree has some of this kind of lace too. This is going to cover up the wrap around her waist, okay? And so let's just put a little dab of glue on here. Put our lace on that. And you can really get elaborate with all of this if you want, but this is just a very basic angel. Let's cut off. We've got too much there. Once you get going making these, you can do it like an assembly line and you can crank out a whole bunch in no time at all. Okay, so here's the start. And then to create my wings, I just kept it super simple. It's 2 pieces of lace. Use what you have on hand. This is what I had on hand. This I'm going to do about, I think I decided 5 inches, roughly. And I'm not even doing a fancy treatment to the edge. I'm just leaving it straight. But you can if you would like. And then this one, which I'm going to cut that one also about 5 inches, roughly. Okay, and then this one is so much wider that I'm folding it in half. And I'm going to figure out roughly where is the center. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue here and lay my lace into it and push it down so that it doesn't all slip slide all around. And I'm taking the second half of my little pipe cleaner. They call these chenille stems now, but in my day and age, when I was crafting as a brownie and as a Girl Scout and crafting as a child with my grandmothers, they didn't call it that. So I'm putting it underneath and I'm just gonna kind of scrunch this all up. These are kind of gonna become arms for our little angel. Twist that around. And see what I've got there? And let's fluff it out a little bit. You can trim it all up when you're done. That's way too long. If they're not even, just trim it up after you glue it on your little angel. Okay, and then I'm going to glue her basically to this. And I'm putting it on her higher back. And I will tie a little knot. This is going to be our holder for whatever we decide to put this sweet little angel on. And da-da-da, isn't she cute? I like the yarn, whoops, let's do this one. I like the yarn a little bit better than twine because it's softer for this particular project, but you can use this tassel maker tool on absolutely whatever you would like to use it on. Okay, so just to review, you can, when you're done with this, you just untwist these things, scooch it all back together short, tighten it back up. And if you wanted miniature tassels, you could do it right this size. It's just completely up to you. One of the first tassels that I made was some of this chunkier yarn. And I have all these creamy colored Christmas stockings on our mantle. And I just made a cute little tassel to go on my stocking. So you can put them on a million different things. This is not an expensive project at all. And this little gadget is not an expensive little gadget at all, but it's one that you definitely want. So if you don't have a tassel maker tool, or if you've been struggling with the old version of this, this one is a lot better, and I would encourage you to grab one of these. Alrighty, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.